This is the final battle, and in today's video, we're gonna be discussing why all the scholars, the worldly scholars from other ethnicities, are turning their backs and allowing the Egyptians to lie without making public statements. We're gonna go over some facts.
They give that up and say that that was a part of Black Africa, then they will also have to give up Israel. And that's why they draw the line at Egypt, because if they give up Egypt, they've got to give up Israel.
Now, we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you where Israel sits on the African tectonic plate, which means that Israel is northeast Africa. Now, when we look at this map, this is the Sinai, okay? This is the Red Sea. This is Egypt. This is the Sinai. This is Israel. All right, this is Saudi Arabia over here. Now, if you see this in Hebrew, it says Haluak Africani, the African plate. Here it is right here. Israel is sitting right here. Israel is sitting on the Haluak Africani, which means that Israel is northeast Africa.
Who were the Etruscans? Living in the area now described as northern Italy between 800 and 300 BC, they were a peaceful, highly advanced civilization who left behind a distinctive wealth of archaeological remains, including tombs, complex architecture, sophisticated waterworks, invention of pasta and religious sites, and many inventions that we attribute to the Romans today. In his 2013 book, Black Origins of Ancient Rome, the German author Gert Müller explains how the black descendants of Kemet, ancient Egypt, created the sophisticated Etruscan civilization. Archaeological and genetic evidence shows that the black Etruscans were eventually displaced by the invading Romans, who inherited their technology and science. Described as dark-skinned Africans, the Etruscans venerated the African sun god Ra from Kemet, Egypt, and even had Egyptian-like tombs. The Etruscans were so advanced that even their sewage...
Are Egyptologists lying about ancient Egypt? In 2012, Zahi Hawass and the Egyptian government conducted research on Ramses III's mummy. It was the first study of this quality on royal mummies. They discovered that the king was murdered through a plot fomented by one of his wives. The results were widely publicized, but some key details remain hidden. The relationship between the king and a nearby mummy was determined using genetic kinship analyses. The man was Ramses' son. Both were Y-DNA-E1B1 carriers, the most common haplogroup in Black Africa. Surprisingly, that info never made the news. Something unusual, since they've been flooding us with studies on non-royal mummies lately. A decade later, Zahi Hawass admitted that the skulls and complexions of Kemites resembled those of Black Africans.
Looks like African. No, they were dark skinned, but they were not black. But they're not Negro.
And we now know he is aware that many Egyptian pharaohs were genetically linked to Black Africans. Regardless, he insists that they were not black. So, yes, experts are lying about Kemet. Was the language of ancient Egypt Asian or African? Languages and scripts are great tools to determine a civilization's true origin. So, what do studies say about ancient Egypt? African experts, like Sheikh Anta Diop and Theophile Benga, proved that Egyptians spoke a Black African language. However, due to racism, mainstream scholars completely ignored them. Egyptian scholar Gamal Mokhtar stated, the inventory of hieroglyphic symbols is entirely based on melodic fauna and flora, thus proving that the script is of purely African origin. Sir Wallace Budge also said, the ancient Egyptian language can't be Semitic in origin because it contains too many words that express fundamental relationships, feelings, and beliefs that are peculiarly African and foreign to Semitic peoples. It could only have been invented by the oldest Africans from the Nile Valley, who, he added, came from the Great Lakes region. With invasions and trade, there was a rise in loan Semitic words during the New Kingdom. And ancient Greeks referred to hieroglyphics as Ethiopian writings, which means black people's writings.
So basically, as you can see, it's well documented by European historians that ancient Greek was black and the Egyptians was black. You understand what I'm saying? So somehow, some way, we know that somehow, some way, so let's not beat around the bush. You understand what I'm saying? They basically not giving up Egypt because they're going to have to give up Israel because Israel is on the tip of Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? But I gotta get out of here, so make sure you like and subscribe. We're gonna keep bringing you content like this. So make sure you drop a comment relating to this video, what you think. This is the final battle.